Okay, everybody, welcome to our December all hands meeting for the CoLab and our hubs. It's great to see you all. We're starting at 1:07, and we're gonna have people joining us. Star, is it possible you can admit them? Do you see them? Okay. So welcome, and we're recording this. If you can keep yourself muted until you're speaking, that would be great. If you can share your video, that would be awesome. We always love to see you. We've got a number of new people here today, including Haley, who just joined, and we have some new mentors, Farah and Cole, and Evelyn, who's brand new. So what we're gonna do is start out. I put the agenda in the chat. So I'm going to start with introductions and new mentors and some new teams. So let's start with new mentors. We don't want to spend a lot of time here because we have a packed agenda. So I'm going to just introduce you, if that's okay. Cole is from Ohio, Wave Cole, and he just joined yesterday or Friday, whatever day it is. Cole, it's great to have you, and he's going to be mentoring both the Gender Hub and the Racial Justice Hub, right, Cole? And for the short term, we're going to be having gender and racial justice meet one time a week because until we get more teams into hubs, and then they'll go back to their normal. So we're super excited. We're doing a lot of recruiting of teams. You're going to see teams coming in the rooms today that are completely brand new to the CoLab. Thanks to Star and to Sammy for the humongous recruitment that they've been doing. So Sammy, as you know, is Star's right hand on marketing. Raise your hand, Sammy. Can't see you, but I know you're there, helping with a lot of recruiting. Natalie is brand new, helping us with our fundraising, and she'll be talking to you about fundraising. We have a new staff person that's going to help with our video contest. Alex, you'll meet next month. Grace has come back to help us with our YouTube channel a little bit from California. And we have a lot of other folks that are onboarding with the staff. But that's the staff update. For mentors, we have brand new mentors. I just introduced Cole from Ohio. I want to introduce Farah. Farah, can you raise your hand? Say hi.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Farah's in Turkey, right, Farah?
Yep, correct.
And she is mentoring our Gender Hub. And Holly's brand new, going to be mentoring our Plastics and Climate Hub. And Cole I introduced already. And Ananda is also new with the Plastics Hub. And Valerie is new with our Education Hub. So we have a lot of new mentors we're super excited about. And then we have a number of new teams, Sibel, Riley, Haley, Jordan, Ka, Angel. And I'm just throwing out Angel's here, Sibel's here. Sibel, can you tell us where you're from?
I'm from Fairfax, Virginia.
Yay, Virginia. I'm from Arlington. Thank you, Sybil. Which hub are you in?
I'm part of the Climate Hub.
Okay. And then Haley, introduce yourself real quick.
Okay. Hi, my name is Haley, and I am from St. Louis, Missouri. And the two hubs I'm a part of are Plastic and Climate.
Great. Okay. And let's see, Angel, can you introduce yourself? I don't know if you can hear me.
My name is Ka Angel Courage, and I am in the Gender Equality and Mental Wellness.
Fantastic. And where are you? Where do you live, Angel? I think
She's from Cameroon.
Cameroon in Africa. Okay, great. So glad you're here. And then Alejandra, can you?
Hi, I am Alejandra. I'm from Mexico, and I am of the group of Hispanohablantes.
Yes, fantastic. So you all know Brianda is our mentor from the Spanish speaking hub in Mexico, and she's got a whole bunch of students that will hopefully come in today, but she's been working with. Okay, I think, and Ethicon, you're here with us. Remind us, which hub are you in again, Ethicon?
The plastics.
Plastics, right. And you're in Turkey, right?
Right, yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, good. So we're going to go ahead. Is there anybody else? I know we have Becca. We've got a number of folks. We covered everybody. Okay. So we're going to do a skills training at 1:30, 1:35 or so for about 25 minutes that our Racial Justice Hub is leading, Alan and Marion, on implicit bias. And we're going to record that separately. So remind me to do that. We'll stop this recording and then we'll put that training up on our website. So we're excited about that. And we're a couple updates, hub housekeeping. Everybody should have access to the Google Drive folder. Start, put your email in. And if you have any problems getting access, just email Star. Please watch all the skills training on the TeamStream website. If you have, including the how to make an agenda, which Becca did, which is just fantastic. We have a new hub handbook that I'm going to show with you right now, share screen, that Sammy helped us update. And I'm just going to share it real quick. Tell me if you can see it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the new hub handbook. I'm really excited. It's got a great look. Thank you, Sammy. Table of contents. If you could put a link to this in the chat, I'd like every hub to share this with your hub members. Table of contents, welcome from us. Our team members now, you all know Star, you're meeting Sammy. Carolina, you know, Natalie is brand new with our development. What are the hubs? You all know our core beliefs. Our hubs are, I'm going to go over this, but this is really important to understand our core beliefs. Here's Rasak from Nigeria. Welcome, Rasak. Attendance is really important. If you cannot attend the meeting, please put it in the Slack, because we do want to see everybody every week. And we really need to also have our team leaders put in the Slack the day before the meeting, the time of the meeting, the time zone, the agenda, and the room. A lot of our students are coming in from all over the world, so work on the time zones. I find them complicated, so if you need help, let us know, we'll help you. This is a little background on how the hubs work. Here's the leadership opportunities for hub members, steps to take in joining a hub. Today is our all hands meeting. We have one every month. Please try to join them. We always do a short training. This is a little more background about TeamStream, our amazing mentors, which we're recruiting even more, and our basic information. So fantastic work, Sammy and Star. Any questions on that? Okay, we're going to go ahead with the next part of the agenda. Star, do you want to add anything?
No, I think that's good. I'm going to add in the link to the hub handbook so you can all review that at your next meeting.
Okay, so video challenge is open. If any of you or anybody you know wants to submit to our video challenge, please put a link, Star, into the TeamStream website, but everything is there. You just make a short 2-minute video on something you're really passionate about. And you'll have a whole page on our website with your video. And of course, we want all the submitters to join our hubs. The winners, 10 winners, can receive up to $500 to implement their video. So think about that. Last year, we brought some of the video submitters into our hubs as a recruitment method. I'd like to try to do that again this time. It'll be in January, so that's a heads up. We're looking for more judges for our video competition. This is about an 8-hour commitment over 2 months. So If you would like to be a judge or know anybody that would like to be a judge, please have them email me. My email is in the chat. So the Metaverse Prize, a lot of you are working on the Metaverse Prize. If you are, you need to register by the end of December. We have a team that's working on it. Can you put a link to the Metaverse Prize Star, the website? This is a really cool way to learn about virtual reality and engage on virtual reality. We have an education director named Erdem, and he's happy to train you. It's not that hard, and a number of our teams are being trained, including Risak, who's here from Nigeria, who is on a team submitting. And we have also teams submitting from our Hunger Hub, Rania and Tanishka. And we have Team Siddharth from India who's submitting, and a handful of other teams. Our Climate Hub is submitting, Movie Night. So if you have any questions about it, want to learn more, email us. We're really excited about it. Our hubs are going to take a break during the holiday. So if you want to meet, you can, but we'd like you to take a mental health break and relax and have a good holiday with your family and friends from the 12th, December 19th to the 1st. And then the hubs will start back after that Wednesday or the 7th. Any questions at this point?
And we do have a lot of new teams that we're going to join this weekend. So yeah, if you can have your meetings today and tomorrow, that'd be great. And then yeah, start the break on Monday until the new year.
Okay, let's see. Update. So we're taking teams to the United Nations. If all goes as planned, we're consulting with the United Nations this month. Our next hub all hands meeting in January will focus on the trip to the United Nations, I hope. We'll need to also have a skills training on, so it'll be a skills training on the United Nations and the high level political forum and what they do on the SDGs. We're going to spend a number of months focusing on getting you guys in a really great place to come to New York in July. It's possibly Washington, DC, New York, or just New York. I know I've talked to our folks in Mexico, and Brianda is trying to plan to bring a group of teens from Mexico. I'd love to bring teens from other parts of the world. So we're working on that. We're going to have to get visas for our kids from outside. They'll have to be fundraising, but think about that. That's July 7th to the 14th. Just stay on top of Slack, because we're going to be doing a lot of focus on that in the coming weeks. Okay, any other announcements? Star, do you want to talk about the video?
Oh yeah, I sent an email. If you can just send your happy holiday video blurb over by Monday, and we're going to create the video to include in our newsletter. So just a reminder, if you can send those over to my email, and that's it. Any announcements from your side, or any mentor announcements?
Or questions or comments?
I have a question.
Yes,
Sorry.
Star.
So we'll be joining up the Gender Hub with racial justice. So I was wondering, are we going to do that starting from this week, or how are things going to go?
That's a really good question. Alan, do you have any thoughts with your colleagues, Marian?
So yeah, so I wanted to try to organize a time where we could all meet. I think like the biggest challenge so far is just like getting that time with the different time zones, because we have more people now. So getting a time where that works for everybody. Once we get that down,
It would be good if you do, like, it won't work for you to do Wednesday night, because that'll be like in the middle of the night for Farah.
right.
And so the Gender Hub typically meets at 12 on Sundays.
Yes, yeah, so so that's the time we're looking at now,
That might not work for Marion. but
right? 'Cause it's hard, the weekends are hard for Marion, I
Marion,
believe.
by any chance meet tomorrow at 12?
No, I can't meet tomorrow at 12.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take time off of this, but Farah, that's absolutely central that you guys figure that out. And Cole is also a part of this, so you need to make sure that you do this in the Slack channels. I don't know, Star, if you can help them get this figured out. Okay. Are there any other questions? Angel's having a bad network from Cameroon. That's so frustrating. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start the updates from all the hubs. But Rasak, do you want to add anything on real quick from what you're doing on the Metaverse Prize or anything? Nope. Okay. So let's go around. Let's start with mental health. Akash, do you want to lead that? You've got Jessica here. Anybody else from your team?
I'm pretty sure as of the moment it's just me and Jessica. And then yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just it for now.
Okay.
Well, first I just wanted to welcome Ka to our hub. We're really excited to have you. And I guess other than that, in terms of updates, we're essentially just like finishing up our preparations for the end of the year, cleaning stuff up, and then along with that, trying to work on the presentation thingy as well, the presentation for our club toolkit that we'll be sending out to schools. And then along with that, working on the racial justice podcast that we hope to record now after the break. Essentially, that'll be our first kind of like action item that's just like, so yeah.
So we had a teen mental health advice seminar 2 months ago, and I think what came out of that was, did the toolkit come out of that, Akash? Can you tell people what the toolkit is?
So the toolkit essentially is this concept of having these clubs essentially that would be focused on providing mental health support, specifically after school mental health support for kids that will be available via telehealth and other kinds of stuff like that. So that way, while teens will be learning, about mental health awareness and those kinds of stuff, it'll also be giving them an opportunity to implement those skills in conversation and kind of like helping them to like help people that are going through all kinds of like mental health dilemmas, regardless of like kind of where they are in that kind of process or phase.
Okay, I strongly urge you to get in touch with Cole Still, who's the mentor working with racial justice. Cole, because you have a lot of background in this area. So maybe Cole, you could put your email in the, I mean, that's up to you, Cole, but I think you could maybe pop into the mental health hub sometime and just share whatever you want to share, just given all your background in that area. It's just a thought.
Yeah, I will send it right now. I'm a board member for a nonprofit focused on mental health, and I work with a couple of startups that do stuff like that too. So yeah, totally send me an email. We can figure out a time to talk.
Okay, moving right along. Brianda, do you want to talk about what's happening with the Spanish speaking hub?
Yes, sure. We had a student that was going to do the update, but I think she hasn't been able to join, so I'll do it and then perhaps you can do it for next time. We've been working on several things. The first is that we've been working on recruiting. We have like most of the hub is now my students at school. So we've been really working on getting other students that are not from the same school into our hub. Also, a new thing that we have to work on is that Pablo just moved to Taipei. So we need to work on the schedule because it became kind of crazy for us because he cannot really join now morning. So we're trying to see how that works. We're going to take a break for 2 weeks now, and then perhaps we'll come back with him to see what time does it work better for him. Also, we've been really excited in and like reboosting the podcast that we have a couple of months ago with other teams, and we did an episode last week. We have still to edit it, and we're going to record another one when we come back from Christmas break. And we've been working today. We worked on the high level political forum and really like getting our ideas of how could we get the visas, and also like organizing the projects that we'd like to work on as a hub. And I think that's mostly it for the Spanish speaking hub.
That's
Thank you.
fantastic. Fantastic. Wow, that's a lot, Brianda. Thank you so much. Okay, Hunger Hub, Leah and Becca. You guys have been super busy.
Yeah, I can give updates about our Ellicott City Garden, and then Becca can maybe give updates about our webinar that we're currently planning. So for our Ellicott City Garden, we recently finished harvesting the last of our plants because it's getting cold and we want to kind of close it for the winter time. And we also need to work on planning to get a crop plant cover so it can the soil and the beds can stay healthy over the winter and we can protect them. And we've been working closely with the schools that are surrounding it and working with volunteers who have been helping us a lot with harvesting and taking care of the beds. So yeah.
Yeah, it's been going really well as we've been wrapping up. I think I haven't totaled all of it, but I think we're somewhere around 20 pounds of produce that we donated in the past couple of months. And then we are also moving the Arlington Garden. Eli closed down for the winter. And then with our webinar, we're hoping to have that in mid-January, mid to late January. And it will be with a very experienced horticulturalist who's going to talk about some of his experiences.
He is the former horticulturist from, I think, Disney.
Yeah, so he's worked at Disney. He has worked at Busch Gardens, and now he's at Augusta National Golf.
He's amazing. So we really hope you all can come to that webinar. It's really important to try to attend these. They're amazing. Thank you, Leah and Becca. Marion, I know you and Alan are going to do the implicit bias workshop. Do you guys want to, I'm going to ask Alan to give a short update on the Gender Hub, and Marion, can you and Alan give an update on the Racial Justice Hub?
Yeah, I can go first. So for our Racial Justice Hub, we've still been like working a lot on implicit bias and trying to push it out to like more schools and people. We had a meeting with like the someone who works like very high up in the diversity and equity and inclusion department for Arlington Public Schools. So that was really interesting. And yeah, we've also been working with the Mental Health Hub to try to like collaborate and create like a racial justice mental health kind of podcast.
Cool. I didn't know that. That's great. Okay. Alan, do you want to talk about the Gender Hub?
Yeah, I'd love to. So yeah, that's mostly for the Racial Justice Hub. But then for the Gender Hub, so we're working to restart the Overheard podcast. And so we're coming up with like lists of different like interviewees. So right now we're trying to interview like teachers and try to get like their perspective on what they see in their classrooms with gender equality. So coming up with interesting interviewees, people, and interviewing our friends and different people from around the hubs too, hopefully. So
okay, that's fantastic. And Cole, I'm really excited about Farah and Cole being part of the Gender Hub as mentors. Is there anything, Victoria Rodriguez? Okay, I know a lot of you are new. We just went over a whole bunch. I am going to ask, is there anything more, Star, that we need to do? Or are there any questions people have or comments?
I think we covered everything.
I mean, there's a number of hubs not here that I could go over, but we're running low on time. the Climate Hub, I know Carolina couldn't make it, but they've been meeting and moving forward. I know they're working with Hunger on this webinar. They're also working on the Trash and Show front. And I want to take teens to the United Nations wearing their Trash and Show outfits, because I think that would be a really cool way to get attention for your messaging and what you're trying to convey and get people to listen to you. So I'm just going to throw that out for you to ponder and think about. Are there any questions before we jump into the implicit bias training or comments? I want to say happy holidays to everybody. And Star and I and our team are working really hard to recruit a lot more teams into the hubs. So you've got a number of them here today. We want to welcome all of them and say that it's really important that we always put in the Slack channel the time of the meeting, the agenda of the meeting, and the room and the time zone the day before, if you can, please. So any questions? I want to wish everybody happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Could we get a group picture before we close and move into implicit bias training? Could everybody that wants to show their beautiful faces so I can get a group photo? Okay. Fantastic. Hi, Epicon. It's so good to see you. Hi, Haley. I don't know if Becca and Sammy and Alejandro want to share their faces. I know sometimes I'm in my pajamas when I have meetings, so I don't like to show my. Okay. Okay, we're going to take a photo. I want everybody to smile, and it's your last chance to show your face if you want to. Oh, Sammy just got her wisdom teeth pulled out. That's fun, Sammy. You could just like close your mouth. Okay, I hope you feel better. Smile, everybody. Okay, we will be sending that out to all of you. That's a beautiful shot. I'm going to send this right now to Star. Fantastic. Everybody looked good. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to stop the recording and we're going to start a new recording with our amazing training. Okay, stop recording.